Hello and welcome back to the Drake and Josh podcast. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Trevor, and we're drinking again.
Yeah, it's the same night.
It's still the same night. But we actually have bottles this time, so we can actually clink.
Yeah, we've moved on to Coronas because we've pretty much realized that it was some psycho shit trying to drink mixed drinks. We are not mixed drinks people.
No, but you forced one on me, so.
It sounded good. It sounded like...
It did sound kind of nice.
And it was good. The second one that I had was not nearly as good as the first one.
I opted out of my second one. I went for a Corona. So.
And honestly, that was the best thing you had done probably in the past couple of weeks.
Probably.
No, the Corona is really nice. So we watched episode 2 of season 3, the Peruvian puff pepper.
Yes, that's what it's called.
Did we even get it up? Oh, you did.
I did because I'm on top of it.
Directed by Stephen Hoffer.
Good job,
Writer
dude.
Eric Friedman. He's back.
Eric.
And it was good.
It was true to Eric form.
It was not as good as the first episode of the season.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's true to Eric form. It's a solid, nothing special episode.
Yeah, but I do remember this one a lot.
I do too, actually.
When I was a kid.
Same.
The Peruvian puff pepper, just the name.
And the whole
as a pepper.
Just wing ding scenario.
What do you mean?
Just the whole...
Explain yourself, Trevor. Well, that's going to be horrible for whoever's listening to this.
Sorry. Excuse me.
You should apologize, I think, more than that.
I'm very sorry. Hopefully that was cut out a little bit.
She's definitely not going to cut that
Probably
out.
won't be. I tried to turn away and then...
She only cuts out things that we say that are offensive. Or that you specifically say to cut out.
What are you talking about? Nothing's cut out, Jacob.
Nothing's cut out of the podcast. Never mind, guys.
No, I tried to turn away from that one, and then it didn't happen. So when I turned back, it happened. So, sorry. What were we talking about?
So the episode starts with them
was
talking about the cell phone. Ran over the cell phone.
Yes, planning things and expect things to go awry when you try and plan something.
Yep.
Which doesn't really have a lot to do with this episode.
No, it doesn't. Well, they did plan on making salsa. And it didn't go as expected.
Yeah, but they did make the salsa.
But it didn't go as expected.
I guess so. So, like, Drake planned a surprise party for Josh, which is really nice of Drake, honestly.
Very nice.
Scared the shit out of Josh.
Yep.
And Josh punched his Aunt Barbara in the face.
Yeah.
Which apparently he's got a mean right hook because I guess she went out cold because they said when she
like
came...
a light.
When she came to, she took the present that she bought him and ran it over in her truck.
Which is...
a little drastic.
Yeah, you could have just fucking returned that shit.
Returned it or just been like, I get it. You were scared.
Yeah.
You didn't hate me.
Like, I don't know how much cell phones were then, but if it was a cell phone now, that is a lot of money you just ran over for no reason.
A whole fucking lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, the iPhone X is a G.
Yeah.
So.
Phone I got recently was like 700 something.
Yeah.
So
that seems to be about the average price of a phone, $700-800.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the most expensive piece of technology.
They're expensive.
Other than my PC.
Yeah, this PC that we're recording on right now is quite expensive.
Really? I'm sure it would cost more if you got it pre-built, though.
You think so? Oh, with the parts that are in it, maybe.
Friend, this guy I met recently, we were talking about PCs and stuff, and he said his brother built one recently for $3,000.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. And he said that he plugged all the parts in on like one of those Dell build your own PC websites.
Yeah.
$15,000.
$15,000?
$15,000 for the same PC he built for $3,000.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta plug in my specs then. I have no idea.
I mean, his was ridiculous. So it's like
it was only costing $3,000.
Or maybe it was $5,000 and then it was up to $15,000. I know the final product.
I mean, that is a very expensive computer.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, this guy is like a 3D modeler at Naughty Dog. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, even mine, I'm like, it's fucking expensive.
It's crazy.
Yeah, computers are expensive.
Computers are very
But hopefully
expensive.
it lasts a long time.
I'm sure it will.
Who knows, man?
I don't know.
It's a fucking roll of the dice, man.
I don't know shit.
Nobody knows anything. And that's what this podcast is about.
Us
People
not-
that don't know shit.
People that don't know shit talking like we know shit.
But we do have studio arms now. So
we're professionals.
And I fucking love it.
I do too, honestly. These studio arms are dope as fuck.
Dude, it was a great purchase.
It was a good idea.
I told you we had to get them. I'm glad you were on board.
I was a little... I wasn't sure at first. I was like, well, maybe we should see how the 2 microphone setup works.
No.
And then you were like, no, let's just go all in right now.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you? Like, I'm not going to go step by step. If I'm going 2 mics, I'm going 2 mics hard straight away.
Well, if we were doing that, then we'd have a mixer.
Well, that's really hard. And I would have gotten I would have got a better mic.
Yeah, not a USB.
Yeah, I would have definitely gotten, why did you?
I don't know.
I would have definitely gotten one that was like, what is that cord even called? We should know. I was a sound mixer. I should
really
know.
should know that.
The sound cable.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know what it looks like. If you see it, you see it, and you know it's a sound cable.
It's that round one.
Yeah, the
with
round
all the
one.
little holes in it.
I apologize if anybody. Oh, God damn it.
I know, and I'm trying to get a job in audio. Hopefully this goes up after I'm hired.
No, it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Now, I know what it's called. I just can't remember right now.
Yeah, same. So.
Anyways.
Yeah.
The puff pepper.
Trevor. Yes, the puff pepper.
So Drake and Josh decide they're going to make this salsa.
Yep.
Because if they do and they win this contest, they win a big screen TV, a Yamasu, some weird made up name.
Yeah.
Brand TV.
Some sort of Japanese random name. It's probably a plasma.
I think it's supposed to be like a playoff of
Of what?
I knew if I saw the name of what the TV was.
A Yamaha?
It might be that, but I don't think so because I don't think they do TVs.
Samsung?
Yamasung. Maybe it was a Samsung. I don't remember.
Interesting.
Don't do this shit to me.
I'm just listening. I'm trying to see what
Anyways, they're making the salsa and they're using way too big of a pot.
A huge pot. A big fucking sauce pot.
They're
But a huge one, like a cauldron.
They're making test versions of their salsa for this contest. And the test pots of salsa are too big for even a giant fucking party.
Yeah. Like that size pot is like what my grandma uses to make her spaghetti sauce for like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And to like save it in the freezer
and
forever.
spaghetti sauce, like you use a lot of that.
Oh, and it's good.
I bet it is.
Grandma Sandy, can you make some more spaghetti sauce, please? Thank you.
Hi, Grandma Sandy. My mom also makes a dope-ass spaghetti sauce, but...
Does she?
We're not going to get into
Meat
this.
sauce?
Yeah.
How good are her meatballs?
We don't do meatballs that often. If we do meatballs, we do...
My grandma makes really fucking good meatballs.
My mom does sweet
An
and
old
sour.
Italian recipe.
Sweet and sour meatballs.
Are you Italian?
No, I'm not. I'm Scotch, Irish, and German.
I'm Sicilian.
And Floridian.
Well, partly.
That really
I'm mostly Scandinavian.
I'm mostly Floridian.
Jesus.
Family's been here for a long
actually,
time.
when in history do people...
Whenever the fuck you choose, because it's all whatever.
Yeah, because when are you going to start saying, like, you're going to drop, like, the European thing and you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm from... My family was from, like, Eastern U.S.
Yeah, it's like...
or something, you know?
Never. And
Never? Too new? People... memory doesn't go away now.
Yeah, and also we constantly have people still coming into this country.
Yes.
So it's like...
But people are constantly coming into every country throughout history.
And then those people say that they're from there. And I think the big thing is it's basically...
But why? When does the chain end?
I think the chain ends where people forget.
Because you're never going to forget. We're in the information age.
Exactly, which is why I don't think it'll ever end for us. I think back in the day it was, well, they never told me.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's lost to history.
So you were just like, I'm from here.
Yeah.
This is where we were born.
This is where I was
This is
born.
where we have the farm.
My parents never talked about where they were from.
Because why would they?
It didn't matter.
Yeah, you would never talk about it. I imagine...
Back in the day, it was, are we alive? Yes.
And we say back in the day, we
Awesome.
mean the Dark Ages.
Yeah, like, hey, did we wake up this morning? Cool. Another day. Nowadays, it's like...
Old Johnny Boy didn't wake up, though. He's got fucking smallpox.
Yeah. No one lives past 30 back in the
Pa's
day.
got syphilis. He's fucking dying.
Nowadays, it's like people are 90, and so they have the time to start going, you know, I came from this area.
Yeah, 23andMe.
That 23andMe is
This episode is sponsored by 23andMe.
I wish. That'd be nice.
That'd be probably a good sponsorship because it costs a lot of money. It's like $200 to do it.
It's a lot. It's not worth it.
Yeah, we got it from my parents, but we got it when it was half off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was half off for Christmas.
How'd it go?
My
you heard
dad
back yet?
did his, and it was everything that I thought we already were. So
That's a disappointment.
But I didn't get to look at all the other stuff, like all the breakdown stuff. All I was hearing was what he was telling me.
Private.
I guess. I don't know.
Very private.
Is it?
Some stuff you don't want. You are actually part God. The Greeks. You're like a super demigod.
No, I don't think I have any Greek in me.
I don't think I do either.
Although I wish I did because I fucking love Euros.
I like tzatziki sauce.
Hell yeah.
It's good.
That's it? You just like the tzatziki?
I like all food, so it's not really...
That's not true. I've seen you turn food down.
What food did I turn down?
When you weren't feeling good?
That doesn't count. That doesn't count at all.
What about the turkey bacon?
That's an abomination.
It's not real food.
It's not. It tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Okay? I like all decent food.
In the comments, say what kind of bacon is your favorite. Turkey bacon?
Would be the wrong answer.
Veggie bacon?
Also the wrong answer. Pork.
Normal pork bacon?
Pork bacon is the right answer.
Is beef bacon a thing?
I think it's just beef jerky.
Ew. What about chicken bacon?
Definitely is a thing.
Fish bacon? Oh, can you imagine?
I think that
Fish don't have fat, do they? They don't have any fat.
It's good fat. It's good fatty. That's pretty much all of fish is good fat.
Wait, fish have fat?
It's a different kind of fat, but yeah, I think so.
Huh. Where? I've never eaten fish fat, I don't think. Do they?
Isn't all fish kind of a fat? Well, it's
No,
full of fatty
it's meat.
acids,
Interesting.
I think.
I'm not going to look it up, though. I'm just going to leave it there. If you guys want to let us know, you can also put that in the comments because I will not remember.
How wrong. Kind of science.
Kind of science. Listen, don't take anything that we say 100%, all right?
It's kind of science.
Most of the things we say are complete nonsense.
No, it's kind of science.
Okay, kind of science.
T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah. Welcome to Kind of Science with Jacob and Trevor.
We talk out our ass.
Welcome to the Kind of Science Show. I feel like I'm going to have a voice for that show.
You would have to. You would have to. No, go to the Zeppelin.
The what?
The Zeppelin voice.
What is that?
Wild.
Oh, why did you call it Zeppelin?
Because it reminds me of like the old timey Zeppelin guys.
Oh.
Welcome to the Zeppelin.
I don't
races.
actually remember what that voice sounds like.
welcome-
Oh, but I did get that video off of my laptop, or like commercial for that thing where I do that voice. I'll show you it after if you remind me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was gonna send it to you and I think I forgot or something, but I have it now on this PC.
What was our commercial?
It was for the Drake like album.
Oh.
Or whatever.
With what's his name playing Drake?
Yeah, well he wasn't in the commercial. It was just me and Kaylee,
Oh.
because she was the other host of the other show, not of our show, of the show I hosted on.
Yeah.
You remember?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Where I was a terrible frat guy.
Yeah, you were singing nursery rhymes.
I was also singing nursery rhymes in the other show.
I remember that because I had to sing them with you. Holy shit! Yo, guys,
I forced you.
We were talking about a live TV show that we made for a school project, in like the first production class we ever took at UF.
Yep.
When we met each other and Trevor wouldn't remember my fucking name.
I couldn't. Not that I wouldn't. I couldn't. And I got it now.
You're a real son of a bitch. You know that?
I just have a bad memory with names.
Can you believe that, guys? Months went by. This guy.
You didn't know.
What?
You didn't know until a man called...
No, you were very good at hiding it.
Yeah, I know. Because I know how bad I am at remembering names.
Yeah, you were like, friend, guy.
Dude.
I don't even know what you said other than my
A lot
name.
of dudes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
And then a man called me out. He's like,
Yeah.
you don't even know his name, do you? And I was just like, I do. He's
I
like,
couldn't believe
what is it? And I'm just
No.
like, fuck. I don't think I even had a letter at the time.
That's so crazy to me.
I got it now. You're like,
that there was a point where we knew each other and you didn't know my fucking name.
We were like best friends, and I had no idea what your name was.
It's insane.
And then we met all the rest of the crew.
Well, are you talking about OG?
Yeah, rest of OG.
Oh, that was way later. There's a whole class in between there.
Well, I know, but I'm talking about the next name incident where I was talking to them and they introduced themselves to us, and we're just like, you were like, cool, and I was like, hey, so I'm just warning you, I'm probably gonna forget your names.
Yeah.
And they thought I was an asshole for saying that, and I was literally just trying to warn them. I thought they were nice.
Yeah, you were just warning them.
And then they realized later on that I'm actually really nice. I just have a shitty memory.
You do have a trash memory. What is the deal with that?
That's really good for a lot of other stuff. Just names don't stick.
So you're going to want to really try your hardest to remember names in the professional field.
I'm well aware of this, and I'm working very hard on it.
Yeah. I would say try to repeat the name.
That's what I've been told.
Say it a lot. You will remember it if you do that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
But anyways, where did we leave off? I mean,
I
don't even think we've entered this episode at all.
So Megan comes in,
the salsa
and
explodes.
asks them to join their salsa team.
Oh, she wants in
because she wants the big screen TV to go in the living room.
She was like, "Well, share, guys. Come on. Don't you want to just be nice and have a happy family and we'll watch silly shows?"
And they were like, "No, be gone, little girl."
They were like, "Be gone, thought."
I was trying to avoid saying
That's the funniest shit, though, dog. You know, he said "be gone, thought" to Abby when she left for work today.
Because she called herself a thought.
You
called her a thought.
He said "be gone, thought" to my own girlfriend.
Because you called her a thought, and I was just playing along.
I don't think I did. I think you were just calling her that.
Someone called her a thought. Either she did or you did.
I think you called her that twice.
You called her a thoughty. That's what it was, because she was talking about her shoes.
Oh, yeah.
She was like something about a thought, and I was like, be gone, thought.
Right as she was about to exit out of the room. Right when she was leaving the apartment. Be gone, thought.
I was just making a joke.
It was really funny.
I
was just trying to play some Mad Max.
It was fun watching.
Oh, yeah?
We'll have to play some more later.
Maybe I should live stream.
I want to.
Maybe we should get into the live stream game.
We should. Check out our upcoming live stream channel once we actually get our branding nailed down.
Oh, I already know what the branding's going to be.
Well, then why didn't we mention it last episode when we announced it?
I don't want to announce it yet. Let's wait.
It's going to be done by the time this episode
Actually,
goes up.
yeah, by the time... No, because we were going to wait till the next podcast, right?
No, I thought we were going to do it during this podcast.
Well, you guys will see whether it's up or not, because right now we have no idea.
If it's up, hey, what do you think of our new logo? If not,
Yeah.
I guess we had another business meeting and actually decided that it'll be the start of the next podcast.
If it's up, cool. If it's not, disregard this.
Disregard and have a nice day.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like rebranding is a tricky thing, though, because, like, sometimes when you see that, you're like, what the fuck?
Well, it's not like
and you're like, do I unsubscribe at this point?
I think the rebrand...
I feel that a lot.
I know, but first of all, we don't have that many subscribers at the moment.
I'm just saying, like...
Second of all, I think it's going to be better for us to rebrand under a solid name.
Yeah.
Sooner rather
just
than
one podcast.
Every podcast, we have to rename the channel and change our photo.
Well, that would be ridiculous.
That would be absolutely ridiculous. So I think it's better for the rebrand now while we're early.
Yeah.
In our air quotes career.
Uh-huh.
On YouTube and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and wherever podcasts are distributed.
Well, he says that, but we still need to figure out the RSS feed, which it's coming, guys. I really have not looked into it, but I really want to do it.
Abby's really been looking into it.
She has not been.
She says she was.
I don't think that's necessarily
She said she was looking
true.
at it at work.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well, I missed that.
And that guy I talked to the other day said it was really easy to get on Google Podcasts.
Is it?
That's what he said.
I think he's lying. I think he means once you already know how to get an RSS feed. Because that's all it really is. You need to make a website, and you need to put the podcast posting on that website, and that website transfers to Apple Podcasts and Google Play. As far as I know, that's how that works.
Is there not an easier way?
I don't think so.
Whatever,
but you can make free websites. That's the thing.
Anyways, back
guys,
to the episode.
we're also going to start recording our business meetings.
Possibly.
I'd be down.
We talked about it.
Did we talk about it?
You need a webcam though.
The business hour.
Business hour with
Abby would need to move to a different room though because our echoing was crazy in
your
the last
echoing
one.
was kind of crazy, and then mine was great because I was in another part of the state. So.
Well, you said yours was great, but the audio was still, iffy because you had it kind of far away and the gain was really high.
Was it? You should have told me.
No, it sounded fine. Well, I mean, like your volume, was fine, but the sound could have been more personal.
Tell me these things.
I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay. Anyway.
Look at that small waveform.
That was a very small waveform.
I wonder how that's going to sound.
It's probably going to sound bad.
Nah, it'll be fine. I'm going to listen to it while I'm in my car.
So they try and make the salsa, and then Megan scares them, and they leave the room, and then Megan puts these tablets in their salsa.
Some exploding tablets.
And then they come back, keep working on the salsa, and the salsa explodes.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and Dad get pissed.
As you would.
Yeah. And
Dude,
they just
if you exploded shit in my kitchen right now,
you'd be pissed.
I think I would kick you out.
That would be fair.
I'd mop and then I'd let you back in. With the trash pandas.
I feel like you would have to. I feel like you'd be better off making me mop than kicking me out.
Maybe, actually.
Regardless, I will not explode anything in your kitchen on purpose.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, they blow the thing up. Megan goes off and does her thing, and she tricks them into stealing her Peruvian puff peppers.
Yep. Yeah, because she has a guy deliver them to the front door, and he's some sort of fucking nerd bitch.
Botanist.
Yeah, he's a botanist. And he drops him off. He's like, I've got your Peruvian... And she's like, who? Hold
Not
on.
here.
In the kitchen.
We'll talk in the kitchen.
And then they go into the kitchen, and Drake and Josh, like, overhear them. They, like, snoop on them because they want in on the fucking pepper action.
Well, whatever the secret meeting is.
And she buys them for 40 bones.
She buys like a bunch of them too, though.
Oh, I thought it was just one big cucumber-sized pepper.
Nope. Did you not look whenever she was taking them out of the little... That was weird. They were in this big silver briefcase in foam. And then inside that, they were in like a...
That's not
like
the
a
way to...
princess lunchbox or something.
It's not the way to store...
Peppers
at all.
It was weird.
I feel like peppers start to die if you don't either water them or refrigerate them. They just start to kill themselves.
Not necessarily, but...
I've left peppers out here, and like within a day, I was like, ooh, I need to cut this and put this in the fridge.
Fair.
You know?
I guess. Anyways.
Trevor, I hear you're moving to St. Pete.
Hopefully.
Just like a small tangent that didn't go anywhere.
So they decide we're going to steal the puff peppers because the guy said that they'll make the salsa amazing.
Yep.
So they steal the puff peppers, put it in their salsa, do the competition, and they win. Drake and Josh win.
They fucking ace it.
They ace it, and then Megan calls out, "What's your secret?"
Dude, you forgot all the times they went in her room.
I know. I thought you were going to talk about it, and then you didn't, so.
So they go into Megan's room, so we see that part of the house.
I mean,
for
that's
the first
before
time.
all the stealing and everything.
Yeah. And after the stealing.
Well, that's during the stealing.
They wear all black, and they've got their like flat-billed hats like tilted to the
They
side.
were not flat billed.
Josh's was. Drake's was a trucker hat, but Josh's was a flat bill to
Was
the
it?
side. Yeah.
I thought it was a little
It was
curved.
way tilted to the side.
Yeah, both
Well,
of
it
them.
wasn't like a modern flat bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of their hats were pretty far to the side.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Yeah, but they're wearing all black, which I don't really know what the point of that was because they were in the hallway
With the lights on.
with the lights on in a bright ass like purplish room, whatever color that was.
Very little girl room.
And the first time they went in there, when they were looking around, snooping around, they finally hear something up against the wall, and they're like, ooh, what are those sounds? And they knock this fucking big-ass poster down with
Of a
bunnies on it
unicorn.
and shit. And there's like a bunch of monitors and a button that when you press it, it zaps Josh in the ass. And he was like, oh, I thought that was puberty.
It's like, what did she do to him while he was sleeping? I guess she implanted some sort of taser in his butt.
Yeah, she implanted something that was wild. That really fucked him up.
So-
and it's probably not going to be good for his growth.
No. Also, I'm surprised he didn't get an infection or something from that.
No, she's actually got a very steady hand, and she's a really
It's not
good
the
surgeon.
thing, just making sure that it was sterile when
What's
it
up?
went in. It's also a foreign body. Usually the human body attacks foreign body. Whatever.
Yeah, ejects it.
Yeah,
Gets it right
so
out.
they do that to try and prove to the mom and dad that Megan is a demon.
Yeah.
And they go back in to try and be like, Looky here, Mom and Dad. She is a demon. They
Yeah.
knocked the poster off the wall and the monitor's not there.
There's nothing there, and she gets all scared.
She's like, Mommy, Daddy, why are Drake and Josh acting so weird? I'm scared.
Yeah, and before they came in, she was knitting a sweater for the mom.
'Cause she knew.
Fucking bitch.
She knew they were coming.
She did. Well, she saw it on the monitors.
Yeah.
She's fucking quick.
She's crazy. Also, because she probably watches those monitors all the time.
Yeah.
Which is creepy if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they leave. Mom and Dad start cussing out Drake and Josh.
Yeah, they cut to the monitors, and fucking Drake and Josh are getting railed by fucking Walter.
In the living room.
He was about to pull the belt out.
But I think Walter's too much of a pussy for the belt.
Yeah, you disagree with that.
Because back in the day, the belt was still kind of okay. But
When this came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can't do the belt. You're not allowed to do the belt nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends. It's definitely frowned upon.
Very much so.
Definitely frowned upon.
But back in the day, it was more widely accepted. But I still don't think Walter. I think Mom.
You say widely accepted, but I think people were still pretty pissed about it.
Not in the South.
Well, the South is a terrible place.
It's not. I know people that got the belt when they were a kid
I didn't.
that are my age.
Did you?
No,
Me neither.
because I was a good kid.
Well,
I got like my mom never really believed in it. It was a pop on the leg,
yeah.
very rarely,
Yeah.
and that was it. Every other, I never really did anything though to I never got grounded.
Me neither.
Oh, I never really had that much of a punishment coming my way because I
Yeah.
never really did anything.
Yeah. No, I just kind of
Or got caught,
was
at
a
least.
troublemaker when I was little, but my mom would just chase me with a wooden spoon, and just the threat of it I'd be like no.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit by a wooden spoon.
It's like a cartoon. Yeah.
So they
So they go to the
Contest.
fucking competition. Everybody's trying it. Flamboyant judge. We found out that a lot of Nickelodeon shows have flamboyant characters in them.
yeah, because we just watched an episode of
Danny Phantom,
Danny Phantom.
and Jimmy Neutron. 2 episodes of Jimmy Neutron.
one episode that had 2 parts.
Yeah, well, they're 2 separate episodes. They're just short.
Yeah, but they're all
They're
played,
mini-sodes.
They're mini-sodes played in the same episode.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
They're in the same file.
Yeah.
That's about it. They've got nothing in
That
common.
show did not age super well.
Which one?
Jimmy Neutron. Danny Phantom.
It was all right.
Danny Phantom aged pretty okay.
I mean, you say that. I had a better time watching Jimmy Neutron than I did Danny Phantom.
Really?
I think that the cartoon was probably better in Danny Phantom, but that first episode of Danny Phantom is not that interesting.
No, it's not. But it's also the first episode.
So the first episode of Jimmy Neutron was at least funny.
Well, the first episode, like you said before, the first episode of Jimmy Neutron is the movie.
Well, that's true.
And then you go into the show.
Which he's wearing shorts in the movie instead of pants.
Really?
Also, I thought that the first episode of Jimmy Neutron was when pants attack.
It might be.
Because it's like a full-length
it
episode.
Hulu has it listed as...
Does Hulu even have the pants attack episode?
It's a good question. Hulu has it listed as Normal Kid and Salesman. Greatest Salesman?
Yeah. Let's see here. When pants attack.
We got to keep that.
I don't see it.
We both almost went silent again.
Yeah. I'm trying not to do that. I just don't see it anywhere.
You could have just typed it in, too.
Interesting.
Oh, there's those little robot things.
Mechanical canines bark bark.
Oh, there's the crossover episode.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is a good episode. The one where they're like mining on a planet and it's based on Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
What?
It's a good movie.
I never saw it.
It's based on that movie.
You remember the Jimmy Neutron movie where they were like in that intergalactic game show?
Yeah, of course.
It was a good movie.
Great movie.
A masterpiece of film art.
Yeah, so Megan calls them out at the competition. She's like, so how'd you guys do it? What's your secret? And everybody's like, yeah, what's your fucking secret?
They're like, well, we already won. Might as well.
Yeah, they're like, might as well tell you the fucking secret. Hey, Drake, guess what? We used a fucking illegal pepper.
We used the Peruvian puff pepper.
Yeah.
Which the judges then are like,
and they all talk about it. And
the
then,
guy's like, I know.
yeah. And he's like, the Peruvian puff pepper causes kidney failure
And chapped lips.
Yeah.
So it's been illegal in the United States.
Yeah.
Since that point, it was
That's
proven.
why you can only get it in South America?
Fucking really? America?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Was,
the way they played it was really funny, though.
that was pretty funny.
And Josh was just like, what the fuck? He's like, how could you even get America wrong?
This is the country you live in.
Yeah, people say
Just
it.
because it's South doesn't mean... And then also there's the bit... So checking our notes now. For
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
we missed.
Megan also says, mind your own bees guts.
That was pretty good.
Instead of mind your own beeswax.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Also, Drake cuts off Josh's finger at the start, remember?
Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah, she.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
They're chopped... whenever Josh first convinces Drake to join his team
Yeah.
so they can get the TV, Josh is like, start cutting tomatoes. Drake starts wailing that knife up and down like a madman.
Yeah, and they had their hands like really high above the knife for like stopping it. So
That was weird.
They were jumping up.
Whenever
crazy
you
high.
cut things on a cutting board, the knife should never leave the cutting board.
Yeah, mine doesn't.
Raw.
You don't just smack the.
No. Pop.
I mean, I'm not like a. Well, that is just terrible audio. I'm not gonna say that I'm a great chef, because
Not like
I'm
me.
not. But yeah, I don't just smack at the fucking chopping board.
No, you don't. You got to rock it.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Rock
they
and
were
roll,
just
baby.
slapping the chopping board with knives.
Mechanical canine.
Just cuts off Josh's finger, and they just stand there for a little while. And Drake's like, "Do I need to get the first aid kit?" It's like,
Yeah.
"No, you need to go to the hospital."
Yeah, he does, because his finger's fucking gone.
Like as close as that knife was, and that drastic stop that they had.
And you know that was a good knife. Those parents are wealthy.
Mm-hmm. They were wealthy enough to not have to have Drake and Josh paint the kitchen at the end.
What do you mean? They did paint it at the end.
But they didn't have to. They could have hired somebody.
You don't know that.
I bet they could have.
They were fucking scrapped for cash, and they were like, listen, Drake and Josh, you guys fucked up. You guys are the ones that fucking painting this kitchen blue.
No, but that reaction,
And
though,
we're not
to cutting,
taking anything out of it.
the reaction to cutting his finger off was very accurate, because I almost cut like half of my thumb off one
Let me
time.
see your thumbs.
You don't see it. It was mostly in the nail area,
Ooh.
slicing down. And the moment it happens, you do not really feel it. For me, I did it. I knew I did it, and I just held my thumb in my hand and didn't look at it. And I was just like, that didn't just happen.
Yeah.
I didn't just do that. That did not just happen.
Yeah.
Then I did it. I probably did that for a solid 15, 20 seconds. And then was like, all right, looked. I'm bleeding real bad. I'm like, all right, yep.
You're like, I gotta get out of here.
All right, let's go inside right now.
Yeah.
Don't know where part of that fingernail went.
Yeah, I haven't really done anything like that. I've dropped a glass bowl in the sink before,
That doesn't
and I
count.
cut my hand real bad.
Oh, okay, that kind of counts.
Yeah. I was fine, though. It kind of sucked, though. I was trying to make a salad.
A salad?
Yeah, it was when I was living with Kirk and Kellen. Luckily, Kellen is a nurse. She helped me out.
And which apartment was that?
The first one.
First one?
Yeah.
That was a decent apartment.
That was the only one I lived in with Kirk and Kellen.
That's
The
true.
second one I lived in with some fucking strangers.
Randos. You were only there for
Living
a
with
semester.
strangers is the worst, by the way, guys.
It's-
It was fine for me, but it also sucked. Also, college apartments are fucking filthy comparatively to how I live now. I was thinking about it actually this morning when I was taking a shower. I was like, holy shit, my bathroom was disgusting when I lived with Ross.
Yeah.
And now my apartment is like very clean.
Well, because also you're a bit of a clean freak. So.
Yeah, but I was then too. I just didn't, and I was fine. And I lived in a horrible mess.
Because those apartments are shitty, and also you have
Yeah.
other people. It's like
The problem was that you get to it and it's already dirty.
Yeah.
You move into a dirty mess. That's like not updated at all.
For sure.
You know?
Now, for me,
At least yours was nice. The
Mine
one
was
that you
nice.
moved into was brand new, so it wasn't already dirty.
I feel like I kept my room pretty nice.
Yeah, it was fine. It was your normal type of room. Like, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
You know? It's like pretty normal.
I wasn't crazy.
No.
I kept the bathroom pretty clean.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had my own place, I'd keep it cleaner than I did that.
Yeah.
Just because I would know where everything goes.
Yeah, exactly.
More
It's nice.
so. Like, I can't wait to get my own place, dude.
Yeah, man. There's a couple of opening spots in this apartment complex, although it is a little bit
Expensive.
Yeah.
Considering I would be in a starting position and living by myself
Well, you gotta get a roommate.
in a 1-bedroom apartment.
No, you can get just go cheaper and go like multi-room, like 3.
See, I don't want to. No,
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
I don't want roommates again.
No, it does suck, and then you're gonna be like adult roommates.
I don't
Could be a
want-
fucking random
It's gonna
person.
be worse.
Could be somebody doing like meth.
Oh, I don't want someone doing math.
You don't want anybody doing meth?
No.
What if it's like, recreational meth?
What other kind of meth is there?
I don't know.
Professional?
Prescription?
Prescription meth? Someone has a prescription for meth.
He's like, yeah, it cures my anxiety. Fuck off, all right?
I'm pretty sure you can get prescription cocaine.
That, I believe, is probably false.
No, I've heard about this. But if a doctor prescribes it, it's like they usually lose their license afterwards.
Well, then what? Where do they even get it from?
I think you can get it at a pharmacy. It's just really, it's like ridiculous to get it.
That's crazy.
I've heard this.
You've heard this from who?
Guy who's trying to get his doctor to give him a prescription for cocaine.
Sounds like a real stand-up guy.
It's true. It might not have been true now that I'm saying it
Yeah.
out loud. At the time, I think I was like drunk or whatever.
Yeah, you were like, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Really?
I'm drinking right now and I don't believe you.
Because I'm also drinking.
I'm like, whatever,
You know
Trevor.
me too well.
So anything else happened in this episode? Oh, Megan wins.
Gets the TV.
Yeah, she gets the TV.
Mom and Dad come in, be like, "How you doing with your new TV?" She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm watching this bullshit little angel show."
Yeah.
About the
It looked like
environment.
Planet Earth or something.
It looked more like the tech demos they do for 4K TVs.
That's actually very true. That is what it was.
It was just that.
Yeah, it was the
Waterfalls,
tech demos.
stuff with a lot of small particle effects.
Tech demos.
Tech demos.
Yeah, that you see at like Best Buy and shit.
Yeah.
Or depending on when you're listening to this, Circuit City, if we're in the past.
Why would
Time travelers, Trevor.
Well, at any
If
time
you guys
travelers,
remember
hit me
Circuit
up.
City, type in Circuit City, and that's it in the comments. Just Circuit City.
Circuit City.
You
I hate
imagine
it.
a comment section filled with just Circuit City?
People would come to this show, look
Circuit City.
look at the comments and go, "What the actual fuck is going on?"
That's all you need to know, all right?
Sponsored by Circuit City.
Definitely not. That's the only one that couldn't happen because it doesn't exist anymore.
You don't know.
It doesn't.
Time travel.
Time travelers.
Time travelers. I would love to just become a time traveler and go back to Stephen Hawking's time traveler party
Yeah,
just to make his whole life.
that would be cool. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Any superpower.
I was reading this on like a thread about this on Reddit the other day.
Yeah.
Of any superpower, but if someone finds out, you die instantly.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's a pretty good like scenario though to think about.
Uh-huh.
A lot of my favorite ones were one of my absolute favorites was probability manipulation. Where you could be like, odds that somebody will find out my superpower is now 0%.
Yeah, well, then what would you use that for? For like the lottery?
Lottery odds that I can.
But then how even would that work in the lottery? You would just be like, oh, the probability of me winning is 0.
probability of me
It's like
winning
1 in a million.
is like 100% now. Oh,
How
yeah.
so? How are you going to predict the numbers?
But you just no, it's not predicting, it's manipulation.
That's dumb.
It was a cool power.
I don't like that.
I don't know if I'd pick it.
Can you give me a real power?
For me, time manipulation would be dope.
What? How you don't
Forward,
think people?
backward,
don't think-
pause.
The one that I like is teleportation, but if you have the stipulation that if somebody finds out, you die, that obviously wouldn't work because you teleport to a place someone would see you and they'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I don't really know, like, because that's the one that I want because then I'd be able to travel easy, you know?
So, well, I mean, the thing about like time stop though is like, yeah, it's a pain in the ass now for you to go places, but it's also doesn't take you any time to go places though.
It takes you a lot of effort.
It takes a lot of effort but no time, and I'm okay with that.
Well, wouldn't your body still age?
Depends on to the extent of the time manipulation.
You can't manipulate time to where it doesn't age your body, though.
Why not?
Your body's a living organism.
Why not?
Time is.
You just roll time back on yourself a little bit.
That doesn't make any sense.
Except your memories.
That doesn't make any sense.
That makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Time has nothing to do with your physical being.
Yeah, it does.
How so?
Why not?
Because you
We're
don't
making up superpowers.
you don't
right?
age just because of time. You age because your body's deteriorating.
Yeah, but if you roll back time on your body, then you roll back the deterioration.
I don't think that really makes any sense.
I think that makes perfect sense.
Not with your original superpower. If you're talking about just staying young, that's a different power. You know I'm right.
No, I'm not. You're not. You kind of are, but you also kind of aren't.
Well, we'll see.
Guys,
sound off in the comments. Who do you think won that battle?
I think I did.
I don't think you did.
I think I did. I'm right. It also depends on the extent of your manipulation. If you have like really specific manipulative control, then it's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. If it's really generalized, then no, you will eventually die.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
then you could easily jump forward in time to like really far in the future and experience all that instead of not.
Yeah.
Instead of aging with everybody else, you just jump ahead and then jump back and be like, oh my God, the future was cool as fuck. Or jump to the past. You just have the rest of your life to jump around time as much as you want.
Like the movie Jumper.
That's not time, but yes.
The movie Looper.
That's also not jumping through time. That's a really very specific set of consequences for
Interesting, yeah. Well, the one guy does go back in time.
Bruce Willis?
Yeah, old Bruce Willis.
That movie's not that great.
No, it was all right. I liked it.
It was okay. The way they handle the paradox, I love it and I hate it at the
The
same
shotgun was cool.
Shotgun was cool. Don't get me wrong. It was a blunderbuss.
Yeah, that's true.
It was
It was
pretty
a
much
blunderbuss.
just a
Yeah,
blunderbuss.
it was.
But like the way
Those don't get enough love.
No, they really don't. The whole straw scenario or whatever in the diner where the kid asks his future self, Bruce Willis, is like, hey, so how does like the whole time paradox thing work? And he's like, kid, we could sit in this and I could make diagrams out of straws for hours, or we could just accept that it works and move on. And then that's what they do.
Damn.
And I'm like, I love that, but I also hate that.
Yeah.
Because
I want to know.
It doesn't give us any sort of rules for why.
But how can the filmmaker really know?
Because you have to set your own rules.
You do,
like,
but you also don't because they didn't.
It's like an Avatar.
You don't actually, if they didn't bring it up, you wouldn't have ever had this problem with it.
But you would still be wondering why. Now, I would be more pissed because then you never explain anything. At least in like Back to the Future, they explain how it works and that it just creates alternate diverging timelines.
That's
instead
true.
of actually just changing
the
it.
butterfly effect.
Yeah, but
Like the movie Butterfly Effect.
The butterfly effect, but with the parallel timelines, the branching timelines theory as well.
Yeah.
Like, because if you don't have the branching timelines, then it just gets all kinds of fucked up. Because without the branching time, like the branching timelines works to where if you go back and kill your grandpa, there is now a timeline where you don't exist.
And that ain't Gucci.
But it still works because you from a different timeline created that timeline. So the timeline where you do exist also still exists.
But if you killed your grandpa, then wouldn't you just disappear immediately?
But like that only works if the branching timelines.
But I guess then wouldn't it not even be possible for you to kill him in the first place because you wouldn't have been alive?
But that's what
like how does that work?
That's what I'm saying with the branching timelines.
That's confusing.
But the branching timelines that works because there's still a timeline that exists where you don't kill your grandpa.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the one you go back from that one and then create the one where you do kill your grandpa. So you no longer exist in that one, but neither does your grandpa.
Yeah.
So by having the branching timelines, it makes everything work a lot better, but it's also not as fun.
Yeah, it is. I want to see consequences.
Consequences are good, and there are consequences in branching timelines. It's just
dire consequences.
It's just like which timeline do you happen to end up in, and is it that easy to jump to another one?
Yeah, and it shouldn't be.
That's a whole thing in Steins Gate too. It's an anime.
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a weeb thing.
A little bit. I didn't get all the way through the show though. So
yeah.
They invent a machine that allows them to text the past.
That is fucking stupid.
But it also gets way darker than that and way more crazy than that.
I texted Hitler. He was really mean. Is that what it's like?
He sent back that he hates the Jews.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, fucking cool it, man.
And then he gets that message and is like, you know what? I should.
This guy really is an asshole.
World War II never happens because you texted Hitler to cool it.
Hey, baby.
All right. So that was the episode.
Yeah. We didn't really talk about the episode. Let's do a quick recap again of it. They start off. They're trying to make chili.
Making salsa because there's no cooking involved.
Right. I keep saying chili.
They make salsa. Megan fucks with them with the salsa.
It bubbles on its own.
It bubbles on its own. The salsa explodes. They make more salsa with illegal pepper. They win the contest. Then they lose the contest to Megan because of technicalities. And then they paint a kitchen.
Yeah. And that's the episode. And it was pretty decent. What would you give it out of 10 quatlers, Trevor?
You go first this time.
I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to give it a 7.
7? Going to 7?
7 out of 10. I liked it.
That's about where it is. I mean, what we're rating it. Like, I mean, I can't imagine anybody really differs from that.
Nah.
You know?
It's an okay episode.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I still enjoyed myself. Like, it's still definitely a season 3 episode because you're like, the quality is way better.
It's much better. This is basically, this episode is what the peak episodes were for season 1. And some of the peak for season
except for like Blues Brothers and like that last
Driver's
episode.
License was pretty.
Driver's License was good. Honor Council.
That one was an A. Honor Council. Well, that was different because that's a finale. So
it's still good.
That was fantastic. Oh wait, well, we were gonna talk about this episode.
What?
The new intro.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention in the original, in the season 3 episode 1 premiere. Episode. The new intro has a bunch of new shots, and it is fantastic. It lights me up every time I watch it.
Yeah, you get really hyped.
I love it. I love it so much.
I'm watching you on the couch next to me. You're just kind of bouncing in the seat. And going
I love
to
it so much.
You're dancing.
It shows so many great, fun moments that
it shows the Blues Brothers episode.
So happy. Yeah, it shows the Blues Brothers, man. It shows them fucking doing all the very best things in season 2 and a little bit of season 3 sprinkled in.
Well, like the Just Turn Around was from season 3 episode 1.
Yeah. No, it's that episode. It's the Drake and Josh Inn.
Yeah, the Inn. Okay. Yeah. And it's a really good. I feel like they almost wrote that moment into the season premiere just to have it for the intro.
They probably did.
Just turn around.
Because they do it so nice at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought you were going to do it with me for a second there. You looked like you were going to do it with me for a second.
Yeah, it's a fantastic opening. So who do we want to shout out?
We have a lot of people. I'm going to shout out David. Wait, hold on. Who's that?
Who?
Are we on the right episode?
Yeah.
No, we're not. This is Drake and Josh
Inn. Oh, no.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that was the wrong tab, guys. I just pranked him hard.
I was like, that David guy.
I'm going to shout out. Who do we got here? Noah Zingarelli. He's the key office production assistant.
Good job. I was going to shout out Matthew.
And that's my only.
Divhi?
Matthew Duvall.
Duvall? Is that an L? I'm too far away.
Definitely Duvall.
I'm very far away from the screen right now.
Trevor just tried to pronounce a very simple name.
Matthew Duvall, production coordinator. Good job.
And those are our 2 shout-outs for this episode.
And Drake Bell, theme song.
God damn it, Trevor. We're always, when I try to get away from the shout-outs. I think shout-outs are my least favorite part of our podcast.
You love the shout-outs.
They never matter.
They always matter because
we did it the first time because we were like, yeah, we're production students. We're gonna shout out production people, fuck everybody else.
Also,
and
by
now,
the way, sorry.
Now we're just a bunch of jabronis that don't know what we're even talking about.
Sorry to everyone who started this podcast thinking this was going to be a very technical breakdown. I will say,
well, it only had to be in one episode because nothing really changed. Production
the lighting has gone up. The lighting and the camera qualities have definitely gone up.
Well, yeah.
We've also mentioned that in previous episodes.
We mentioned it.
At the start of season 2, we talked about how the cameras are much better now.
Yeah. Everything mentioned in passing. Nothing was as in depth as the first episode.
But that's just because we were very deep in production at the time.
Yeah, we were. I just graduated and you were still in school, so you ain't getting it.
No. And then we took a 9-month sabbatical.
Yeah, well, we had to. No, I don't know. That was just out of pure laziness and forgetfulness. I think we had honestly just forgotten. I didn't think about it, I don't think.
I thought about it a couple of times, but I never really thought Well, anytime I was hanging out with you,
Now we have to. Now we're like, dog.
every week. Like,
yeah.
I'm like
I'm constantly badgering Abby, ruining our relationship. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going into debt driving down here all the time.
He's in fucking debt. No, we love doing it. It's fantastic.
Do, and it's a nice excuse for us to hang out and stuff.
Yeah,
too.
And I can't wait to do more podcasts on this channel.
Get ready for our D&D podcast.
That'd be fun.
Maybe someday, very far in the future. But for now, Avatar is next. Still.
Yeah. But thanks for listening, guys. We've been the Drake and Josh podcast. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Trevor, and this is a different intro than we usually do.
And thanks for watching and listening. And
Bye,
go
guys.
watch some fucking Drake and Josh.
Bye, guys.